America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joe. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Governor. Zonice is from the Southeastern Club, and she's doing a bang-up job this year. And one of the requirements as a lieutenant governor is that you have to visit all the clubs, I think 3 times. Am I correct on that?
4 or 5 times.
4 or 5 times, yeah. It keeps you on your toes, but this is her official visit. And at the official visit, I've always required the lieutenant governor to show up before we give them a check, because we help support them. So at this time, Zonice, I'd like to present you with a check from our club. I know it's $10 per member, but we rounded it upward to 1,000, okay?
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Glad to see your beautiful and handsome faces. I'm so happy to be standing in front of you as a Lieutenant Governor for Division 11. Someone asked me, how is it going? And I want to tell you, I love it. And let me tell you the reason why I love it. Because every time I go to a club, I'm at the DCM, I hear about the great work that you, the members of Kiwanis, you, the members that make Kiwanis International, what Kiwanis International is. You, the members that are making a difference out there in your community and the lives of children. Every time I go to clubs and I see all of this, it just brings joy to my heart. Because we know that in our communities and our cities, the need is great. And we know that having club members like you, giving up your time, your talent, and your money really makes a difference. Thank you so much. I also have for Bill a little token of appreciation that I brought back from our district conference mid-year. It is 100th anniversary lapel pen, Bill. Bill loves the Kiwanis, and I think he loves it because he understands the importance of it. You are making a difference every day. And I want to thank you, and I look forward to continuing to be a Lieutenant Governor till September 30th, 2016. Put it right here.
He's getting the full pen.
This is the 100-year pin.
This is Centennial pin.
100 years for Kiwanis.
That's the anniversary pin.
Yeah.
That's
I've been involved since '65.
You were 4 years old when it was born.
Happy dollar.
Oh, yeah.
Happy dollar. I don't have enough dollars to give for my daughter's Madeline's birthday today.
Couple of happy dollars. I got a happy dollar because I was contacted by Esquire magazine and they want to do an article on Boys to Men mentoring and the Hunter Wave Challenge sometime. And then I got another happy dollar because we're rebuilding our kitchen up at Sunrise Ranch where we do our Boys to Men weekends. And I made a proposal to the East County Posse, which is a bunch of philanthropy contractors, and these guys are going to get that kitchen built.
And also, I thank Charlie for accompanying me to the mid-conference.
The mid-year in Riverside a week ago. Last weekend, I was in Monterey for the mid-year in the north, representing our district and promoting the maternal and neonatal tetanus program. And we raised a lot of money up there, so there's $1 for that. $1 for our wonderful Lieutenant Governor Zonice, who is visiting us today. Thank you, Zonice. And when I returned from Monterey, I drove up to my home in Lake Arrowhead and was snowed in.
Where were you again?
I'd like to make an announcement about C's Candy fundraisers. The club has raised just under $600 so far this year, candy for Easter. I'll be gone on the 24th, but I'll bring it in the week.
What's your deadline
week
date?
before Easter. So the deadline date is I'd like to make it the 17th, 2 weeks from now.
I'm still here.
From most of March. I'll be in
The San Diego County Floor Covering Association and Mark McDonald in particular, but they came in and served dinner last Friday night, and the group as a whole and Mark individually, and just a great effort. They're going to help us rejuvenate our room. Thank you, Mark McDonald.
I'm just happy to be here today.
I haven't been here in quite some time. You all might remember that last July I left on deployment with the U.S. San Diego. Came back last week with the Macon Island ARG. So San Diego, Macon Island, and Comstock.
Saturday we had a little event at Bill Gibbs' house. We had some musicians, 5 wind musicians from San Diego State University Music Department come and play music, and it was just a grand time. Many of our Kiwanis were there. We had
We are teaming up with the Ronald McDonald House. They have a Young Professionals Red Shoe Society, and they're having a big kickoff party, and they came to our last happy hour, 2 representatives from the Ronald McDonald House, so we thought, why not combine? And
President, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. This club has been absolutely unbelievable, and I just really want to say thank you on behalf of all of us at the House. Today, we continue to be 96% occupied, although it's a little bit less occupied because of the efforts of the Floor Covering Association, because we're renovating some rooms at the house now. After 6 years, we've run out of a little bit of we just need to kind of freshen it up a bit. So we've got new carpet, new furnishings going into each of our rooms, and new paint, and it's been quite a project for us, but as soon as we get them done, we're full again. So we are going to be completely full through the end of the year. This $6,000 is also part of our Red Shoe Day sponsorship. You guys are major sponsors of Red Shoe Day for us, and we appreciate very much that support for that as well. We expect to get about 1,300 volunteers on the street corners on June 26th. We just really appreciate all the efforts that go with that.
What's the date?
June 20th.
June 26th. June 26th, we appreciate that. Yeah.
Perfect timing.
Before he comes, you bet. So the house itself is just moving forward. We just appreciate, again, that home away from home. And then when Susie brings her group in for dinner every year, you all have a chance to kind of experience what our families experience. And we're just really, really glad to have this incredible partnership. And thank you for your confidence in us and what we do. And we, on behalf, again, of all of us, our board, our volunteers, staff, and all the families we serve, thank you. About 12,500 this year. So thank you so much.
Greetings, Kiwanians. You know, history is a unique part of what makes up the human animal. It gives us meaning, something else that is unique to the human animal. So we get today to see and to hear about a very small slice of history, but one that's very pertinent to us because it's down in Little Italy, part of our San Diego. And to bring us this little bit of history is Jim Bregante, who was brought up in Little
Good afternoon, and my thanks to Tom Bauer for inviting me to share with your San Diego downtown Kiwanis a historical perspective of San Diego's waterfront and of Little Italy. Over 100 years ago, San Diego's waterfront came right up to the railroad tracks. Pacific Highway did not exist. And believe it or not, there were no restaurants in Little Italy. So today we're going to take a walk down memory lane of Little Italy and San Diego's waterfront. And this presentation may rekindle fond memories of where you were raised. As a family, we took many walks down to the Embarcadero throughout the year. We lived on the corner of Indian Hawthorne, so we were just 2 blocks away. So we would start down at the Great Street Pier, and then just proceed down Harbor Drive, down to Broadway, up to India Street, stop in the Tower Bowling Alley for soda pop, and then on the way home. What you're seeing here is a photograph of playing field of the San Diego Padres of the Pacific Coast League. The Padres had their first season in 1936 in Lane Field, and Ted Williams graduated Hoover High School in 1936. So he played in the 36 season. This picture was taken in 1937. He played in 1937 also, and that's the year that the Boston Red Sox signed him up. And that was one of our great, San Diego's great contributions. About 1912, the residents of San Diego voted that to start improving the bay, expanding the bay, because 1915, the Panama Canal was going to open up. And San Diego should get a lot of that business. So 1913, they began building the seawall at the foot of Broadway, all the way up to the foot of State Street. They just took the mud from one side of that wall, put it on the other, start developing land. So today, the Maritime Museum is located right about in this area here, Anthony's Fish Grotto, right about here, and then this big puddle of mud and water up here is located at County Operation Building, that real beautiful building that we have down on the wall. We've all been to Shelter Island, right? There's Shelter Island right there, just a sand spit. 1954, that sand spit was finally completed and hooked up to the mainland, and there were only two businesses on that island at that time: the Kona Kai Club, a luxurious hotel, and the Belly High restaurant. I love this photograph taken again in the middle 50s from Point Loma, looking south. The South Bay was just loaded with Navy ships, hundreds of Navy ships on that area there. And what I really like about this is it really depicts San Diego as being the tuna fishing capital. This was only a minute portion of the fishing fleet. I'm sure the rest of them were out to sea, but that's a great shot. And if you can remember, from the foot of Broadway all the way up here, that was all water. And I was raised on the corner of Indian Hawthorne, and the first 20 years of my life, I could look down Hawthorne Street and see Navy submarine tenders out in the bay. There's Ortega's restaurant. And this fire was there for many, many years. And a lot of you know that as Fat City China Camp. I knew it as Tops. Tops was a nightclub, it was a diner, and it was a drive-in restaurant. Institutions influencing our development: Washington Elementary School, which is just about 2 blocks away from here, but it doesn't look like that. This was a three-story concrete building, but they said it was not earthquake-proof, so it had to come down. I watched it come down, and I think that the developer, the demolition company, lost his tail on that project there. And then Our Lady of the Rosary Church, right down the corner, about 2 blocks away from here. These two institutions really helped put us kids on the right track.